What's up, guys? The moment we've all been waiting for? Hell no! Let's do it! So this song is sung by the character Sophia, which is played by the actress Danielle Brooks, who also did this on Broadway, and I believe was Tony nominated there. And I just love I don't know, for some reason, well, I guess it's money, you need the movie stars. But when people do things on Broadway, they never get to do in the movie. They almost rarely get to do in the movie. And I understand you need your stars, but the freaking talent is there on Broadway. So please like and subscribe. It is totally free. If you subscribe, I can get some money. Let's be a family. Celie is older now. She's still a mister, still in a really bad relationship. And as Harpo is working to impress Sophia and make a house and make a living, their marriage isn't going so well. And Celie is getting abused by Mister, just like she's getting abused. Just like she was getting abused by her dad. He basically marries her off, and her sister and her get separated. It's a sad part of the story, but she's living her whole life just kind of like in a haze, just like doing day to day, not really living. So when she meets Sophia, it's like a shock to her, because in her mind, this is all I'm worth. This is what a woman does. They submit to their husband, even if they're treating them wrong. And when she sees Sophia, she sees this energy that she hasn't seen. Her sister was outspoken, but she was still kind of afraid of the dad, right? This is a different type of woman. This is a confident woman. And it throws Celie off, but they become fast friends. Sophie's like, Miss Celie, Her relationship with Harpo is very, headbutt, because this woman will not take crap from any man. And we don't know why until this song. And then at some point, I guess Celie tells Sophia, no, she tells Harpo, just hit Sophia and that'll put her in line, because that's what she's used to. This is what men do, right? And then Sophia says the iconic lines. Now, if you don't think that this should have been a musical, if you're a fan of the original movie and you're like, why I'm not into musicals, why did they make it a musical? You have to admit that the way that this moment was musicalized was just A1. It was just 100% right. We hear the that's what we don't hear it. She says the iconic lines, I love Harpo, God knows I do, but I'll kill him dead before I let him beat me. This obviously has the blues sound to it, but this is about lyrics. This is not really about the production, so we're just gonna really focus on the lyrics. So let's let Miss Sophia tell Celie and all of us what we should accept.
All my life I've had to fight. I had to fight my daddy, had to fight my brothers, my cousins, my uncles too. But I never thought I'd have to fight in my own house.
That's so real, right? She grew up with all these men, and this is just kind of a thing that happens in families that obviously people don't like to talk about, but what is it called? Molestation, raping, all that, and happens within families. And obviously Celie is a victim of that, and Sophia is just like, no, I've had to fight everyone, and I'm not gonna fight with my man. I'm not gonna fight in my own house. Music paints a picture.
I feel sorry for you to tell you the truth. You remind me of my mama under your husband's thumb. No, you under your husband's foot. What he say go? Why you so scared? I never know. But if a man raise his hand, hell no.
And her girlfriends back her up, and they're going in the house to go clean up shop. She's leaving Harpo.
Hell no.
Again, this is the first generation of freed slaves. This is a new world for them. Women don't need to be married, I don't think, at this point. They don't really need to be married. They can live on their own, which obviously we're going to see with Suge. They can live on their own. They can make their own name now. They're not tied to a man, but the mentality is still as such, even today, you know? So her saying, why you're so scared, I'll never know. It's like, what are you afraid of? Like, you have your whole life. You can live your life. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to be tied to someone who doesn't love you. And it's just a funny moment because the girls are so like, they're with her like, we're going to get our stuff. We're going to get your stuff and we're getting you out of here. And Fantasia's just like bewildered because she's trying to apologize, but she's also like, wow, you're just going to leave him? And she's listening to what she's saying and she just can't bring herself to really, she's really just taking it all in. And Sophia's just giving it to her straight. We all need friends who can just give it to you straight.
Girl, child ain't safe in the family it means. Sick and tired how a woman still live like a slave. You better learn how to fight back while you still alive. You show them girls and beat back that jive. Cause when a man just don't give a damn, hell no.
The instrumentation really has a march feeling to it. So it's a march. It's this anthem. The way she walks goes with the music. I mean, this is her song. And even if you don't see it, you can hear the performance, which is what I think, you know, Broadway performers do so well, because not everyone can go to New York to see these performances. So when they record the cast album, when they record the soundtrack, they have to put the experience into these songs. And you feel like she did this every night. Like, you get that feeling with the performance, even in this audio. She means every single word she's saying.
Hell no, hell no. Hell, hell, hell no. No, 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 no. Hell, hell, hell no. Hell no. Hell, hell, hell no. Oh, when that man used to touch me, he'd climb on top and start to rock me away. Lord knows I still love him, but he tried to make me mine, and I just ain't that kind. Hell no. Hell no. Don't be no fool, don't waste your time. Hell no. Any man that hurts you ain't
That's the lyric. That's the lyric. Any man who hurts you ain't worth a dime. And she says, like, I love Harpo, you know. She's reminiscing on the times they've had, but I love me more. And she has this, we don't really get to see her background of how she came to just get this, because I have a grandma who's this way. And she just knows her worth, like, inherently. And I always say, like, Grandma, who taught you this? Who taught you that? Like, you're that chick. And she's like, I was just born this way. Literally, some people are just born knowing their worth that way. And it's just amazing that in this time, first generation of freed slaves, we see women so empowered so early on. And I love that this movie shows the different types of women at different stages of their empowerment. too good for that man.
You need to say, you better say, you oughta say, hell, 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 no.
And that is Hell No. Oh my goodness. So she up and leaves Harpo, and Celie is shook, played by the fantastic Fantasia. Finally, we see her on screen. I remember being like, ah, when she finally came on screen. She doesn't sing till the next song, so you gotta stay tuned for the next song. Miss Suge Avery's gonna come to town, and we're really gonna see woman empowerment. Okay, thank you for watching. Peace, blessings, love you guys, and I'll see y'all soon.